Hey, what's up guys, Mr. Mirza here, and I'm back on Injustice 2. So, for this video, I've been grinding on Injustice 2. So, I managed to get 6 people, no, 5, I think like 6 people to level 20. And all of them I feel really comfortable playing with. But I'm going to showcase my 3 most, top tier characters that I have in Injustice 2. So this list is basically ranked by their design and their stats. I took a good look at the stats, and I've played with these characters a lot, and I can tell you guys that the number one spot really does make a difference in gear, and you guys will find out soon enough. So let's get right into this. So starting up our first list is Green Lantern. I have 4 loadouts for him. So for our headpiece, we have the Intergalactic Test Pilot helmet with no strength, ability kind of okay, and health is at 128. It is also a gear piece, but I have nothing for it. And I also have 3 epic heads. Epic Green Lantern heads, obviously. So this one has I have none of the abilities. I mainly have it for the health, and then my House Parallaxian Mask of Fear focuses mainly on defense and strength. So our Regal Emerald Guardian headgear, we are rocking a little bit of everything, but not health. And I really like to focus on health on all my characters. Some characters, they don't have that much health, mainly because they have like a gear set piece or something like that, and like the gear set pieces don't have that much health in them. But these are my 3 epic Green Lantern heads. So moving on to our torso, we have a lot of torsos. We have the Beacon of Purest Light, which is the one I'm equipping. It has hella strength and good defense. The transition resistance is kind of like, it doesn't really make a difference. And Necronize makes hella difference. I've actually seen a multiverse. Beacon of Purest Conviction. As you guys can see, the environmental resistance is good. The heroic force is okay. I didn't choose it because honestly, I like to focus more on strength more than anything on like this type of on the torsos. I like to focus on strength a little bit more than anything else. And then Beacon of Purest Avarice, we have good health and good ability, but we're not doing that good on strength and not too good on defense. Like literally not even anything. So the Beacon of Purest Terror, not much to say about here. It's just rocking a lot of ability and barely defense and barely strength, and environmental resistance is okay, but honestly it doesn't make that much difference for me. Hal's Parallaxian Chest of Fear, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's rocking hella ability. And then we also have another Beacon of Purest Light, which is, I don't get it. I mean, I have a bunch of duplicated gear. They're the same name, but they have different stats. I don't know why. I don't want to question anything. But, that one's rocking a hella health. And then we have the Beacon of Purest and Darkness. And it's nice. So moving on to our arms, we have... Oh, snap. I actually have a new one. I didn't even know that. But we're rocking the Jet Power Thrusters Pauldrons. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's rocking a good amount of strength, a good amount of ability, and not that good on health. So moving on to our ring, we have 3 epics. We have the Garner Lantern of Pure Will, which has a little bit of everything, but not really. It also has the Willpower Wall transition. That's why I mainly have it. And this one, the augment doesn't really look nice. The Good North's Lantern of Vagrant Sectors, the augment doesn't look nice to me at all. Character XP doesn't really, 2% doesn't really help me out that much. And then this one, obviously, it has good defense, just the augment just doesn't look nice. I mean, it increases the amount of guilds credits or just straight up credits by nothing. So moving on to our abilities, we have Quick Charge. While held, Green Lantern charges Ring, slowly getting Super Meter. I've used this once. It's pretty slow, but I mean, it's nice to have it. So we have Rocket Power from the classic Injustice 1. That's why I have it on. And it's the classic one where you're just like, in a class. So you guys may be wondering, I have 2 ability slots and I have 3 abilities. The Legend Barriers, I have no clue how this works. I activated it. I literally absorb damage. Like the shield doesn't do anything for me. I mean, I'm not sure how it works, but my character is absorbing the damage. I'm taking the damage. I'm losing health. It doesn't make a difference if I have it on or not. I'm still losing health. And I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, it's supposed to absorb damage, a little bit of it or anything, but it's not even making a difference at all. So moving on to our shaders, I have a lot of shaders. I have the Rage, which looks ugly. The ones I mainly like is Life, God, and Demon. The God and Demon shaders look awesome, and also the John Stewart one looks clean as well. So, right there, we have the Willpower alternate God, and then John Stewart, and then John Stewart alternate. So moving on to our second loadout, we have the strength loadout. So as you guys can see, we have everything on it is just straight up strength. So as you guys can see, my head has 338 strength, my arms have 214 strength, and my torso, I think, has 264 strength, and I have, that might be legs. That might be legs, yeah. So that's pretty much it. And then moving on to defense, as you guys can see, it has a hella health, and basically, I mainly focused on health on this one. So I basically went to all my gear and I looked at the strongest health in all of them, and I just picked them out one by one. So for my headpiece, this was the highest one, 128. For my arms, the highest one was 61, sadly, and then my torso was 151. So there's not much to say about that, but it's just defense, and it looks clean. You guys gotta admit, like, it looks clean. The defense one looks clean. I put the God shader because it's kind of like God-like health, basically. And then you can't forget John Stewart. So this is basically a duplicate of Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan loadout to John Stewart. It's just a duplicate, just with the John Stewart thing. I put the alternate one because I like the white on it. It looks nice. The black one doesn't look that nice to me. The white one makes it more brighter. Looks nice. So those are my 4 loadouts for Green Lantern. Now moving on to our number 2 spot. So in our number 2 spot, we have Superman. So my number 2 spot is Superman because Jesus, his passive, it's the same from Injustice 1, but it does hella damage. I don't know why, but with the strongest gears you can put, it does hella damage. So moving on to our headpiece, we have Jeweled Mountains. We have 2 of them, but this one focuses on strength and defense. Augment is, like I said, doesn't really affect me all that much. I don't really care about XP. I only care about XP when it comes to my characters. Other than that, it's kind of useless. Then Jewel Mountains we have again, but it's different stats. And we have the Ceremonial Regime Cape, which is a 4-piece gear set. Augment doesn't look that nice, but the gear set bonuses do look nice. So moving on to our torso, we have the Harness of Ampar, which has a little bit of everything. And the augment is, I guess, nice as well. We do reduce damage from 45%. Then have the exceptional body armor, which I don't know, the Harness of Ampar kind of has a little bit of everything. That's why I put it. So moving on to our arms, we have the Sunblast Spalders, I guess. And for this one, I basically chose this because it has the highest strength, I guess. Because look at my strength. It's close to 3,000, but not that much. But I have this for the strength, because strength, oh my lord, if you have the passive on with the strength, you're done. Like, it's over. Plus, with the super move, you're over. So, our Fish Snake armor, this basically has no strength, not that much on ability, and just a lot of health, which is, I guess, good, but it's just, I don't really focus on health with strong characters because they can handle their own. And then Sun-Soaked Arm Guards, then again, it has everything, but not health. It's basically a little bit of everything, but not health. And then the Forgotten Past, like I said, has no strength, no ability, good amount of defense, and then just a decent amount of health. And the Sunblast Spalders basically have a little bit of everything. That's why I chose it. In the legs, we only have 2 of them. We have the Jeweled Mountains leggings, which has pretty good amount of augment. Like, it has good augment and has good strength and ability. While the Emperor Pants of Godlike Might don't really focus on strength that much, only on defense and health. I like to focus on strength on Superman because you can just wreck out. I'm not even joking. You can just wreck out with that bit. And then we have these ones. I don't put these on because they're like trash. So moving on to our chest plate, we have the Seal of Brainiac, which I did unlock from the Superman ending. So this one was basically unlocked for Superman ending. Everyone can get it if they just do the Superman ending again. You just replay the story, do all the fights, and you can get it. And then Risen Battle Crest, it has no ability, no health, and just defense and strength. Well, the Seal of Brainiac has, a really good amount of strength, good amount of defense, and good amount of health. And look at that, it looks clean. You gotta admit, like the Bizarro, the Brainiac, the Seal of Brainiac looks nice. And then for abilities, I only have 2, Ground Tremor and Meteor Drop. I put on Ground Tremor because it helps me with my combos. And then Meteor Drop is really, really bad. I don't like it. It kind of messes up my supers because I think it's gonna like fly over the whole map, but he just goes out of space and the opponent sees it coming. It's such a long move to like take off on. So focusing on shaders, I have the Truth and Justice, Son of Jor-El, Godfall, Truth and Justice alternate, and Bizarro's worst, which looks really nice. I might just put that on right now. And then we have God, obviously God alternate, Demon, and then Demon alternate, which looks clean. So that is our number 2 spot. We also have strength and defense as well. So focusing on strength, you guys already know. Look at the stats. We're rocking 3,064 strength. So here you guys go with the summer. I'll let you guys take a minute to look at it. So focusing on our defense, we have basically our defense one is just basically HP. Any gear set that has the most HP, I put it on. So looking at our summary, you guys can see we're rocking good amount of health and 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 good amount of health. There's not much to say about, like I said, there's really not much to say about this. Just that I put all the like the top tier health gear on on all of my characters, like on all of my. So, our number 1 spot, before we go on our number 1 spot, I'd like to give in a honorable mention, a really good honorable mention to the homie Red Hood. So, I basically just made a level 20, and as you guys can see, I don't have that much epic gear, because it was just from the multiverse that I just did, and just an honorable mention, because this is like, this guy can do really good combos. If you just get to know him, he's a really good character. So I only have three epics and 2 rares, and then 2 abilities, which are really nice. I'm not even gonna lie, they help you so much with the combos. And then we're rocking the clean gosh shader. So focusing on our headpiece, we have the Magun's Reformer. Not much to say about there. It's a gear set piece. It has good defense and decent amount of health, and the augments are nice as well. So focusing on our torso, we have the fortified armor of Torment, which has really nice defense. Because the epics, they don't have that much good of everything. Like, you can't really get everything on it. So, the highest stats that it had was on the fortified armor of Torment, which had the highest defense in all of its class. So, focusing on our arms, we have the Balanced Great Sense Old Grieve. This one, I'd like to think this was like a little bit of everything, but not really. It has no ability and not that much on any stats at all, but it does make a difference nonetheless. And then we have Mighty Green Old Arm Guards, which are really bad. I mean, I don't know why I have them. And then focusing on our legs, we have the Street Smart Skull Bashers. And as you guys can see, it's a gear set piece. Augments are nice. And then the bonus strength, we get 100 strength just for having two of the 5 pieces equipped. So that's nice as well. So on to our pistol, we have the Death You Deserve that I got from completing the objectives of the multiverse that I did on Red Hood. Basically, you had to get like a gold score, play with Red Hood on the multiverse, and you would complete the objectives, and you would get this epic gear piece. And we got the Death You Deserve. It's a clean. So focusing on our abilities, we have Hidden Explosive and Gutted. Hidden Explosive is the best way to start off a combo, I'd say. You can start off a combo and easily end it with Gutted. Now, Gutted is a nice way to end off a combo. So on to our shaders, we have God equipped as of right now. There's God Alternate, Red Hood Rising, Battle for the Cowl, and then Red Hood Rising Alternate. And then looking at our summary, as you guys can see, he looks clean. So that's my Red Hood right there. Honorable mention again. So moving on to our number 1 spot, Ills. So our number 1 spot is Batman. So just take a look at Batman. And just look at the gear pieces that I have equipped. It's all epics. Like, that's crazy. So, our headpiece, our torso, our arms, our legs, and our belt, all epics. We have abilities, and we have the best shader I can put on him as of right now, just because of the way he looks. So, focusing on our headpiece, we have the Luther Wayne Prototype 2384. The only reason I have it on is because of the headpiece. It looks amazing. I'm thinking of actually transforming the gear. I think transforming the gear into the Mark 11 cowl. But then again, the Mark 11 cowl looks nice. So the augment's kind of bad. I'll just say that right now. So the Cowl of Beyond, as you guys can see, it's Batman Beyond. It's a nice call out to Batman Beyond, and actually regenerated this gear to have a good amount of defense, ability, and strength. So it's. So moving on, we have Insurgent's Cowl, Batman Head. We have no strength, good ability and good defense. Just kind of random. And then we have none of the gear set pieces like on, so there's no point of putting it. Plus the augment's kind of bad. And then the Mark 11 cowl is amazing. I didn't put it on because the Luthor prototype looks so much better. But I'm thinking of transforming the gear. But I'll have to see about that. But right now, like, the Luthor prototype is my favorite answer right now. Just because of the way it looks. So moving on to our torso, we have the Plastisteel Tactical Armor, which is a gear set piece that I don't have, just that one gear piece. It looks nice. It is by far the best one that I have. I got it from a Mother Box, if you guys were wondering. Half the gear that I got was from Mother Boxes and doing multiverse events and doing online, I think. I think I got like decent amount of gear from doing online. But Jesus, I cannot play online without getting my butt whooped. So moving on to our arms are the Bone Shatter Fists, which have for like the 800,000th time I said it, a little bit of everything. No health, but the augments are nice. The augments do a good amount of decent damage to the Batarang. Like one Batarang, if you meter burn it, it does so much damage. It's crazy. Then we have the Regime Breaking Knuckles. The interaction boost does a decent amount of damage actually. When you do the interaction, the level transition, it does a lot of damage. So I like that. But it's I don't like it because it doesn't have any ability, barely defense, barely enough health. So moving on to our legs, we have the Mark II Experimental Legs, which is a gear set piece that I have for once actually gotten, like a full-on gear set, only because there's only 2 out of 2. So it's not really a gear set, but it is a gear set. And we get 100 strength and an additional 100 ability power. So as you're going to see, it's highlighted right up there. So it makes a difference nonetheless. And plus, they look nice too. And then the augments is nice as well. The straight grapple can now trigger in area transition. And then the meta Aramid Fiber Greaves does that as well. But this one is a gear set, so I have to pick that one. I have to pick the Mark II. So moving on to our belt, we have 4 epics. We have the Mark II Experimental Belt, which, like I said, it's a gear set piece. That's why I put it on. Not much to say about that over there. Augment, no, it looks kind of bad. It is kind of bad, actually. Like, 1% doesn't really make a difference, I would say. So, the Engibanatic Hunter's Utility Belt has good augments and really decent health. Strength, I'd say. Really decent strength, but has 0 ability, 0 defense, and no health. Like, barely any health. But the Mark II just is nice. The Mark II is nice. And then the Regime Buster Belt. You guys can look for it like yourself. It's basically like, I don't know. Like the main reason why I chose the Mark II is because it's a gear set. Otherwise, I would choose probably the Regime Buster Belt if it was me. But it's a gear set piece, and I get additional stuff for equipping them. So it's better if I choose the Mark II. It's a better option for me. So, so moving on to our strength. We have the Lethal Caped Crusaders Mask. Now what to say about here, I'll let you guys take a look at it just for a minute. So here you go. Here's the health one right here. So as you guys can see, I'm rocking close to 2000 HP, but not that much. So I'll let you guys take a look at the gear pieces, and we're gonna finish off the video. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 3 most powerful characters in Injustice 2. So, like I said, I never said it, but basically every good character that I have that has good enough gear, I basically make 3 loadouts for them. Like, every level 20 character must have 3 loadouts for just one regular, one for strength, and one for defense, and then one for just for a premier skin, I'd say. But the only premier skin I have is for Green Lantern and Supergirl and just that. So if you guys are wondering how did I get all these gear pieces, I swear to you, I never spent any money on the in-game currency. I never bought any source crystals. Everything I did was from grinding in this game. The only thing I guess you would say I kind of bought was the Ultimate Edition. I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition back in December, so that's why I have like this that's why I have like the premier skins, the shaders. But other than that, that's it. All the gear pieces was just for me grinding the multiverse and just playing this game for a straight month and I actually got 5 characters, like 6 characters, I think, level 20. I'm working on a dark side right now, and Jesus Christ, is he amazing. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, guys.